Question that's asked often, not just today, but in the past, is why is there so much evil in the world? Or why is there evil? I'm not going to concentrate on giving that answer the whole homily, but the quick answer to that is God is love. And God wants us to love Him from our hearts. In order for it to be truly love, it has to be free. Because if He forces us to love Him, then it's not true love. If you force your spouse to love you, is that true love? Force your kids to love you? It's not true love. It has to come from the heart. And so in order for it to be true love, there has to be also a consequent decision or a possibility to not choose love, to choose against God, to choose what is bad, what is evil. That's the quick answer. And because through sin, evil has entered into the world and through creation. And sometimes people have this question and say, see, this is why God does not exist, because there's evil in the world. I think the deeper question is this. This is a deeper question. Why is there so much good in the world? Why is there so much good in the world? How come we have all this goodness in the world? How come evil is prevented at times, is limited at times? You know, when you take a look at people in your life who have been through a lot and they still have that love of God, they still have that faith. In fact, it's grown stronger. It's been tested. It's grown stronger, and they still are helping out each other. How can they be so good, forgiving, loving? How can they be so strong? Or you take a look at the universe, our world, nature, the human person, our bodies. How is there order in the world? Where does this order come from? This goodness that we see, that things have an order. Yes, there are disorders at times, but we only notice that something is a disorder because we notice also order in the world. How is that? It's because of God. God, who is total love, total order, total truth, total goodness. Why is there so much good in the world? That is the deeper question that atheists cannot answer. We have a choice as disciples of Christ. What are we going to focus on? Are we going to focus on evil? Or are we going to focus on what bad stuff has happened to our life or to people around us in the world? You know, we had September 11th, that anniversary again this past Friday, 14 years already. We have a choice. We can focus on what terrorists do and just focus on all that evil we're in today. Or we can also focus on what good is happening as well. What is being done to prevent evil. What people do in the face of evil. You know, all the firefighters, all the police officers, all the first responders that helped out on that day. Everybody else who helped out on that day and afterwards. What goodness there is in this world, even in humanity, in the face of evil. We have a statement from Jesus, and he's correcting Peter, the first pope, because he got it wrong. He misread it. But it wasn't just him. It was a lot of disciples as well. And so that's why Jesus called those around him, the whole crowd, and spoke to them. And when he rebuked Peter, he looked not just at Peter, but he looked at all the disciples. Because they were wanting a cross that's padded, a cross that's comfortable, a cross that reclines, you know? Especially in our culture today, I think that describes it a lot. We have these advertisements, all this stuff in front of us. If you just buy this product, If you just do this, then your life's going to be easier, more comfortable. You'll be happy. What does Jesus say to us? Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. Take up his cross and follow me. We all have a cross. Sometimes it feels heavier than other times. Sometimes our cross may feel like it's heavier than those around us, or those around us are heavier than our cross at this time. And so we struggle for different reasons. But this is the only way that we're going to grow in happiness, in love, is to take up our cross, not to deny the cross, not to try to make it comfortable. Because what is the true answer to evil? Jesus on the cross. There's nothing more evil that happened that day on Good Friday. That is the answer to evil. That even evil, the worst thing that can be done to a human person, cannot overcome us. Through Jesus Christ, the God-man, true God and true man, to give us hope that no matter what happens in our life, to our loved ones, in our country, in the world, He is there. He's not handcuffed by evil. He's not thinking, well, what can I do now? God has shown us the answer, that even suffering can lead to the resurrection, to new life. That's the only way we're going to get to heaven, is to the cross. Before we do the glorious mysteries and rosary, always do the sorrowful before. There's no other way. That is the greatness of Christianity, that not even death, not even evil, not even terrorist acts can keep us from serving God. That in the end, in God's mysterious plan, God can bring good out of evil. God does not cause evil, but God can bring good out of evil. So nothing can handcuff God or ourselves when we are united with Jesus on the cross. But we have a choice. What to focus on. My grandmother, she passed away 2 days ago. 100 years old. Good Italian grandmother, called her Mamam. She could have focused on evil, on bad things that happened to her. Her husband left her, my mom, and her brother when they were in high school. So she could have lost her faith, but she didn't. She grew in her faith. She was an example for her kids. She got more work as a seamstress and doing other things around Philly there to make ends meet for her kids. She had that choice, what to focus on. Do I focus on evil, what is wrong, injustice? Or do I focus on the blessings that the Lord has given to me? He's going to give me strength at this time to overcome this. And she was faithful to the Lord, and the Lord is faithful to her. And even to the end, she had a good sense of humor. And I would always talk about, she would try not to gossip. If I don't have anything good to say, I'm not going to say it at all. And she would say that to others around her. She was an example for me, for all the grandkids, for her kids. You have crosses yourselves. You also have loved ones around you who have crosses. And we have a choice. What are we going to focus on? Are we going to focus on the bad stuff and then give up? Or are we going to focus on what blessings God has given to us, what strength He's going to give to us to carry the cross? It doesn't deny the cross. We still have our sufferings. We had to go through that, and you have to wrestle with God in your heart there. Even if you're questioning, even if you're mad, angry, be honest with God. He can take it. He's a big God. He knows your heart. but He's the one who helped you and your family, your loved ones, your friends. Why is there so much evil? The better question is, the deeper question is, why is there so much good? Where does that come from? That comes from God. And we are to use this good for others who are struggling under the weight of their crosses, who aren't relying on the Lord's help, who maybe need to receive some encouragement, some strength. Look to them as you hear in the second reading. Don't just say, God bless you, and then not worry about them anymore. See what you can do. See what we can do for each other. Be concrete in our faith. Not just say, I have faith in Jesus, praise the Lord, and then do nothing. Or don't do acts of mercy, charity for those around us. That is dead faith. When we don't have faith in Jesus and then able to practice that with our brothers and sisters in need around us. Who is the Lord asking us to serve, to help carry that cross around us in our family, friends, in our community, those who we don't know? Let's ask the Lord for that strength, to recognize them, to help carry their cross so that our crosses then will be just a little bit lighter because we're helping those in need.